Hello, hello, hello. How are we doing today? I'm going to be painting the Lord of Change. I already started. I put Calidor Sky and Drakenhof Nightshade here. And then I blended in some Cybrite Green on the tips. For the staff, I did Runefang Steel and what is this? Auric Armor Gold, and then I put Reekland Flesh, the Flesh Shade over it. For this staff, I did, I don't know, you can't see the colors really well in the video, unfortunately. I did the Ultramarines Blue Contrast. Then I went over that with Blue Horror, and then I did a highlight with it's Jenna Steeler Purple and White Scar on the very tips of that one. I'm not sure if I love this staff now. I painted the staff before I painted the body and wings, and it looks really, really purple now that I painted it. So I'm not sure if I'm going to keep it like that. We'll see how it goes. And then the body, I did Usabi Bone and Flayed One Flesh, but I need to do one more. I think I'm going to do Screaming Skull as the last highlight on this guy. Oh, and I did Seraphim Sepia as the shade. So it would have been Usabi Bone, Seraphim Sepia, Flayed One Flesh, and then I think I'm going to go in with the Screaming Skull now. And do that. So I'm gonna sit you up here on the light so you can see what I'm doing. Set you up on my ring light. Yes.
So I kinda got this.
I have to tape you on because you are not staying. So funny. Well, it's funny to me.
It's still stuck in that. So much nuts.
Okay. Should get this out of the way. Let's see. Screaming Skull. And I have this really nifty paint stirrer. I'm actually borrowing it from a friend because I can't find one anywhere. So if you know where to find these at, let me know, because I really want one of my own. It stirs up the paint really well. It's a little loud, I guess. It's probably loud in the video. It's not that bad in person. And it cleans off really easily. I love it. So what I'm going to do is I have paper towel, and then I have an old Citadel medium dry brush that I've clearly been using for a long time, but I do really like this one. Even though the bristles have gotten a little jayed out, it's kind of in a little J shape there at the end, it doesn't bother me because I only use it for dry. So I have a tiny bit of paint on my brush. I'm just gonna work it around in a circle, kind of get it in the bristles, and then go over and just highlight a tiny little bit. The very, very edges of this guy. And kind of work it into his tummy a little bit. but I don't want to do too much. And I can actually go over the blue too, because that does need highlighted. And it's gonna highlight very well if I just go over it a tiny bit.
How would you get it on?
So
What? Like those things where you can head around in it?
it opens it up.
Oh, well, I
Okay.
can't find that, but I probably just did.
So, la, 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 la. What are you guys up to today? You're gonna have to drop in the comments what you're painting, what you're up to. I have actually several projects going right now. So, this is merely one of them. See if I can get just a tiny bit more paint to finish off this back side here. I'm not going to do the wings with the with this screaming skull. I think I'm actually going to go in with the wings with more Cyberite. More Cyberite green. And I'm going to check my picture over here and just make sure that I'm on track for getting everything painted the way my I want to make sure I'm painting it the way my commission should be painted, but I know I need Screamer Pink in the mouth area. I also really like the paint stirrer instead of the balls, because this one might actually have, well, it's not too bad. But when you shake the paint, it gets all up in here, and see how it's getting around on the edges and stuff. And when you use the paint stirrer, it doesn't get up on the edge and dry.
It's okay. I found it. I found the clip thing. Bad news.
Oh.
Bad news? I can't reach it.
So I really like that the paint doesn't dry up on the sides. Which saves a lot of paint. It also doesn't get on the outside like this, which I hate when it does that. It's icky and wasteful.
It's like a drum roll.
Yeah. My son is joining me today. Kind of playing around in the background, if you can hear him. So, okay, I got my image pulled up. And I just bought these at Hobby Lobby. They came in, I think it was either it was a 5-pack. They're the Fine Touch. I think they're all round. So yeah. It's just a round pack, and it has a bunch of different sizes. And all of these sizes, I'll just show all of them to you. I got them all right here. All of these sizes are the sizes that I prefer to paint most of my painting with. Maybe not this one. It's a little bit nubby. But these are the sizes that I usually use to paint with. There's a 0, a 3-0, a 1, a 10-0, and a 5-0. And as you can see, the 5-0 and 0 are my favorite. They're kind of dirty-ish already. But I got these. I did one project with these already, and they haven't jade at all, which I love. So far so good on these. And I think it was only like $7 or something for the pack. So I'm pretty pleased with these so far. I know it's so hard to find brushes.
What does jade mean?
Jade. When the bristles J, it means they like fold over. They fold over like a J. And I don't have an example of one because I threw all of them away. I do not like when my bristles turn into a J.
Like that?
That one's not doing it. So I don't have any. I threw all those ones away. I literally can't stand it when they turn into a J. I will finish out a project with a brush that has a J, but then I immediately throw it away because it's really not helpful at all. It's just a junky brush.
My dad told me about that.
Sometimes when I get the paint where I don't want it, if you take like a short brush, I cut this one off actually so that it's really short and flat on the top, and it turned into a little scrubber. So never try to take the paint off dry. Always get the brush damp and scrub where the paint is, and then take it off with a wet brush. It comes off really easily if you get it right away, and then you don't have to go back over it and try to touch it up later. And that's really frustrating when you've done all the shading and highlighting and everything, and then you paint over it on accident when you're going for something else. So just a tip, get a damp brush and brush it off with a damp brush right away, and it'll come right off. But make sure you don't wait, and make sure your brush is damp, and it will wash the paint right off.
Look.
It's lovely.
Put a little heart in there.
I could.
And then like a little makeup.
Oh, I don't think anything will fit in there.
Except pictures. Because that's what it's made for.
Mm-hmm.
Tiny pictures. And there's a big one made for a big picture.
I'm gonna go down onto the beak a little bit here, and then when I do the beak color, I'm gonna brush it up and blend it in. So that'll work out really nice.
Is this really how art looks? Like an actual heart looks?
No.
Your heart's way bigger than all of these. Your red organs are different than anything else in your body. Vital organs are the things that keep you alive.
Vital organs keep you alive. So true.
Look, Mama.
Alright.
You keep alive.
Mm-hmm. And occasionally, I like to paint out of the pot. I used to paint on a board, and sometimes I still have to paint on the board if I need my paint thinned. But usually I just paint out of the pot. I find that the board absorbs a lot of paint, and I don't know, it just doesn't do what I want it to, so I don't use it. If I need my paint a little bit thinned down. I can just put some up here and thin it down. But I don't always need it thinned down. And occasionally I will do paint mixing, but typically you do paint mixing on the model itself and not on the board, or you never do paint mixing in the paint cup because then you'll ruin the paint. Okay, I think I got all the white spots. That was a little difficult, kind of tricky, but it looks like all the white spots are gone. And then on this lovely bird, he's got kind of a purplish tongue, and it goes, we need to do some highlighting. So what we're gonna do is,
I broke nail. I broke this nail for you.
I'm gonna have to edit this video. Otherwise you guys are gonna have to do a lot of fast forwarding. Let me see. So what I was gonna do is take the Dorishi Violet and this big brush, which is the Army Painter Wargamer Monster Brush, and soak up a bunch of this shade and put it in here. I probably should have waited a little bit longer for the Screamer Pink to dry, but I didn't, so it just is what it is. And I want to get a lot. I want it to really get in there. All right, now I'm going to put this in front of my fan for just a minute and then come back to it. Yeah, I'm going to have to cut this part out.
If you really look at it, Mom, if you really look at the inside of this necklace, it's already kind of like a mirror. You can actually see yourself. It's like two golden mirrors.
Okay, I'm going to move on for just a minute to one of my other projects while the bird is drying. Like I said, I have a lot of projects going on at the same time. So I'm making this tank look like this one. And right now, it's not too bad. I need to put some green here. I need to do the guts and the little bug and down here. So, yeah, there's a bug. Okay, so I think we're using Death World Forest for this. Maybe not. Let me see. It's right there. Yeah, I think it might be Death World Forest. Yeah. Okay, Death World Forest. This is another example of shaking. It's got all the dried up paint on the side. It's yucky. Mm-hmm.
Is there money in it?
Yep. Okay, and I'm gonna use my size 1.
I'll go ask Mark how much.
Get it all in on the brush.
I'll go ask Mark how much money it costs to buy these.
Okay.
Yeah.
Smush it in under here with a flat edge. I do a lot of flat edge painting, and that's probably why my brushes flay out and jay. This is also why they jay, is because I kind of push the paint in like that, and then they're like, oh, you want me to have a little jay at the end. So this tank is for what army is this for? You know, you tell me what it's for. Let's see how many people. You guys all probably know all the things about this. I'm just a painter. I actually don't play the game. I do not have a lot of time to learn how to play this immensely detailed game, and my headspace is just not in it. I did try to learn how to play, I think it's Underworld. It's been so long I can't even remember. But there's just a lot of rules, and yeah, I'm a mom, so I don't have a lot of time to do rules right now. I have all the rules I can handle, just doing mom rules. All right, so that looks good, and I don't think there's any shade on here. Oh, there might be shade on here. But I know that I did some stuff with those little holes. Push the paint into the hole. Oopsie, I messed up again. Okay, I'm gonna take a damp brush and just wipe that off, and it comes right off. Always make sure your brush is damp. Never use a dry paper towel to clean up a mistake, because it's gonna dry the paint on, and then you see. Okay, that was, a bad example. But anyway, it'll dry the paint on, and then you'll have to do a touch-up. And if you've got it like I do, with all the shade on it, and you're not going to want to do a touch-up. You're going to want to cleanly remove. James, I'm doing a video. Now, what's going on?
I scratched my finger.
Scratched your finger.
Cracked my finger.
Cracked it.
On this.
Well, you're going to have to be more gentle with yourself, I guess.
Also, when you're done with your phone, can I use it because I want to get a game done.
Well, I'm probably not going to be done using it till
1 o'clock.
maybe 11 or 11:30.
Well, I still need your phone before you leave, because I want to finish more.
Oh,
And I have to get a new bed.
let me see.
Purple, but I can't. Because it doesn't look on the top.
Oh, God.
Down the tablet.
Mm-hmm.
Ask Alexa if she can get me Call of Duty.
All right. So for the bronze, I used Screaming Bell, actually. I love this color. I think it is beautiful. It sounds like a dental instrument. It's funny. I'm not going to use the big brush for the screaming bell. I really just need, well, I've got to get into these little tiny holes, and then I've got to get the bug. So I'll probably use this one. It's a 5, 0. And you can see this one's starting to J a tiny bit, but it's okay. Get the paint all loaded into the brush. And I'm just, see, I do a lot of like side edge painting. I'll actually use the tip of the brush. So just kind of lay it on there so that I don't hit anything but the raised bug portion. Like so. But then I am going to poke all of these. Excuse me. Gonna have to put on some music. What do you guys listen to when you paint? Usually I listen to podcasts when I paint. I'm like addicted to podcasts. But I'm pretty sure you don't want to listen to my podcasts since they're all business related. So, what kind of music do you guys like to listen to? Maybe once I figure it out, I'm going to put some in the background. I don't think that coffee has any restrictions on playing music in the background. I know Facebook gets all frustrated when you have music in the background, like it's going to be plagiarized. Okay, hold on. Hello? Wait, what? What happened? You want me to move everything out of the garage?
Did you find it?
The left side, the door side, the regular garage door side. Okay. Okay. I'll see you in a couple minutes. Oh my lord. She didn't get any today. Okay. Oh. Can you set up appointments then?
Okay.
Okay.
You understand?
Okay. I love you. Bye. Yep. Okay.
Shark.
Okay. Love you. Bye. All right, my painting session is done today.
Yay.
So we will pick up more painting another time. Thank you for joining me, and you have a great day.